Inside Elvis Presley's stunning car collection. Elvis Aaron Presley passed away in 1977 at the tender age of 42. Many people, especially those involved in the automotive business, were saddened by the death of the hip-shaking, blue suede shoe-wearing, jailhouse-rockin' Elvis, who died on the throne in his Graceland residence and Cadillac dealership specifically. Basically, Elvis's passion, other than making music and running his empire, was automobiles. With his musical and film career on the upswing, he had plenty of time and money to pursue his enthusiasm for driving, which ranged from American muscle vehicles to European bubble cars. So let's spend less time chatting and more time admiring the King's automobile collection. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss inside Elvis Presley's stunning car collection. So stay tuned to find out. Now let's start our video. Cadillac Eldorado, 1956. In 1956, Elvis was in Houston, Texas and began automobile shopping. Elvis bought a white Cadillac Eldorado after reaching _1 with Heartbreak Hotel. Elvis approached a salesman about it, but the man regarded him as a time waster because of his quiff, sideburns, and blue suede shoes. Mistake. Elvis observed a black man washing automobiles behind the building and requested him to follow him back inside the showroom. He introduced himself, said he wanted to buy the Eldorado then, and that any commission should go to the vehicle washer, who served him like a gentleman. After bringing the Eldorado home, he saw Jimmy Sanders. Which color? Sanders? Elvis smashed grapes on the fender and said this. BMW 507, 1957. The most popular performer in the world at the time, born in 1958, was recruited into the United States Army and sent to a base in Germany. Because Elvis Presley is Elvis, of course. Elvis wasn't hired to do janitorial work or round up criminals. He needed nothing more than a new haircut and a sweet ride. He considered a VW Beetle, but eventually settled on a BMW 507. Only 254 of these beautiful little roadsters were ever produced, and they quickly became an instant classic. Because adoring European admirers began placing lipstick kisses on his bodywork. We've all been there. Elvis had BMW replace the 507's engine with a lightweight V8 and repainted it crimson. When Private Presley's military commitment was up, he had the automobile brought back to the United States. Some other well-known 507 owners are Elaine Delon and Ursula Andress. Ford Thunderbird, 1962. Now that he was back in Memphis after serving in the military, Elvis got down to business by performing and shopping. Ernie Barrasso, a car salesperson in town, got inspiration from that. Barrasso noted in an interview years later, "Elvis and I grew up in the same blue-collar neighborhood. We attended separate educational institutions, yet remained acquainted. He had long hair and odd clothing, so I initially dismissed him as weird. However, I soon learned he was a great guy, and we became good friends." Consequently, Barrasso successfully sold Elvis the first Ford Thunderbird that arrived at his dealership. The T-wire bird's wheels reportedly piqued the singer's interest. Barrasso said, "Selling that automobile was the pleasure of my life." If you're liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Now let's continue. Royce Phantom 5, 1963. In 1963, Elvis bought his first Rolls-Royce and promptly set out to make an already great car even more so. As Presley needed modifications made for left-hand driving, he called James Young Coach Builders. First and foremost, he requested a working telephone, a Blaupunkt Colton radio, white wall Firestone tires, power door locks, windows and air conditioner, and a microphone naturally, in addition to a cabinet stocked with a decanter and glasses. The Phantom's armrest was outfitted with a writing pad, a mirror, and clothes brush. Elvis sold the Rolls-Royce at auction 5 years after he first bought it. On the other hand, John Lennon purchased a Phantom 5 and customized it to resemble a Romani caravan. Mercedes-Benz 600, 1970. The Mercedes 600 was a favorite of despots and rock stars alike because it flaunted amazing engineering and gorgeous aesthetic, while allowing its owner to flaunt their unseemly wealth in the most obnoxious way imaginable. Elvis's 600 was fit for a king, and that's saying something since he didn't have the 6-door Pullman version. See Pete Townshend's automobile collection, including air suspension, a 6.3-liter V8 engine, power steering, air conditioning, and even little curtains. This vehicle had it all, and the King had two, one for his Los Angeles pad and the other for his Memphis mansion, Graceland, an excellent way to commemorate his return to prominence in 1968. Ferrari Dino 308 GT4, 1975. Little is known about how or why Elvis purchased it secondhand in 1976. He may have acquired the vehicle in Los Angeles, driven it back to Memphis, and then stopped driving it. He had put on a few pounds by then, so he might not have had much choice. The automobile, though, was a superb selection. The 308 GT4 was the first Ferrari production car to utilize a mid-mounted V8 engine, the first Ferrari to have Bertone bodywork rather than Pininfarina, and the last Ferrari to be branded with the Dino moniker after Enzo Ferrari's son, Alfredo. There is still a Dino on show at the Graceland Museum. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comments section how this video was. I hope that you found this one interesting. You can subscribe and watch more videos on our channel to keep up with more content. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.